From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Ryan Aber. Ryan, Sooners head to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament. They'll start on Thursday. They get the late tip, 8 o'clock, against Iowa State, a matchup that we already know for the third-seeded Sooners. And Iowa State-Oklahoma has become something of a classic matchup over these last couple years. Do we expect yet another good game between these two?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Iowa State has struggled a little bit. They don't have much depth at all, really only use 6 players. But when these two teams meet, it's always fun to watch. You wonder if this is going to be a lower scoring game than the other ones, especially this season, just because these two teams know each other so well. But both these teams present such matchup problems for opposition. I mean, Buddy Hield especially, we all know about him, yeah. But Ryan Spangler could be a matchup problem in this game as well. And then on the other side, Georges Niang is really tough to deal with. And then Jameel McKay has been playing so much better recently. And Monty Morris, to me, is probably the best point guard in the Big 12.
Yeah, well, and you talk about Iowa State not playing many players, neither does OU, and we've sort of seen them swoon here late in the year. They've won some games, but it's been a little bit of a head scratcher, some of their performances. Do they need to come out and play well? Maybe not just win some games in the tournament, but really play well in Kansas City.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is figuring out a way to get through some of these issues that we've seen them have. Especially, I think the key player in this game is the guy who doesn't score very much at all, and that's Kadeem Lattin. Yeah. They need him to find that middle ground between being too aggressive and drawing too many fouls, getting in foul trouble, having to leave the court, and being too passive and letting guys get to the rim. It doesn't seem like he's been able to find that the second half of the season. The first half of the Big 12, when they were playing so well, he was playing really well, yeah. And I think that's been a little bit overlooked for them.
How does this weekend in Kansas City factor into OU's NCAA seedings? Rising, falling, how could it all play together?
I don't know that they could fall too much. I think the good thing about the Big 12, because of the depth of it, even if you lose a game, there's not going to be a bad loss on your resume. I mean, unless TCU somehow figures out a way to get all the way there,
True.
Which that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think they could fall much beyond a 2. But they could see themselves, if they get to Saturday or even win the tournament, they could play their way into a #1 seed. There's all this discussion about, well, does the Big 12 get 2 #1 seeds or does the ACC? And certainly the ACC tournament will factor into that, especially with Virginia and North Carolina. But to put themselves in the best position to get a 1 seed, they need to make it to at least Saturday's championship game, and preferably to play Kansas in that game.
First things first, Thursday night, 8 o'clock, ESPNU, Oklahoma, Iowa State. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.